Hi there, this is Amy Tokic, the editor-in-chief of PetGuide.com, and today I'm going to walk you through signing up a free account at Vetster.com. So I've already gone ahead and signed up for an account, but I'm going to start with a new email address just so that I can show you how easy it is to do. So all you have to do is create a new account. I'm a pet parent. You're going to fill in your first name, your last name, your email address, and a password. That's just how easy it is to create an account. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and create that account. It will ask you for a verification code. Alright, so now we're going to get started. It's going to ask you to fill in your name, what kind of pet you have, the color of your pet, the gender, if your pet is spayed and neutered, the weight of your pet, and birth date. So I'm going to add in my dog Zed. Move on to the next page. It will ask you for your location, and this is not my real address, but I'm going to fill it in anyway. I'm going to update the address. It will ask you for your credit card information, but I'm going to skip that for now. And then it will ask for your phone number, and it will ask you to verify your phone number, and then you're all set. Provide your phone number. It will take you into your profile, so you can fill in information about yourself, about your dogs or cats. I've gone ahead and filled in some information about Oscar. You can see it all here. You can put more than one pet if you want. I've just added in Oscar, and he is the one we're going to do a vet appointment with today. So let's book a vet. To go up here to book a vet, you're just going to go up here and book a vet. You can book with a veterinary technician or a veterinarian, and I'm going to book with a veterinarian. Gone and typed in the location where I am, and I want to book with a veterinarian. I'm going to press search, and it gives you all the vets that you can choose from who are in your area or who specialize in your pet. As you can see, there's a lot of vets in my area that are licensed. So I'm going to go ahead, look through them all. Wow, there certainly are a lot of vets in my area. Go ahead and choose Dr. Sarah right here, and she starts at $70. Each of the vets have their starting price alongside on their profile card. And I can book an appointment here. I'm going to pick one for this Friday. It allows you to choose a time. I'm going to choose 11 a.m. It's going to cost me $95, and that's with taxes and fees. And here's my summary. That's just how easy it was. So the problem that Oscar has is his frequent ear infections. So I'm just going to type in the problem. And that's your appointment. I'm going to add your credit card information. You agree to the terms of use, and you pay now. Yay, my appointment is booked.
It's nice to meet you and to meet your boy. I
Yes.
understand you have some concerns about his ears.
Yeah, so it's an ongoing issue. It's been going on for years, and I've taken him to the vet to talk to her about it. And they've said it was allergies, but it smells like a yeast infection. So it's just bothering him. He's itching all the time, and I was wondering if you could help us out.
Sure. I mean, there's quite a bit of conversation to have around recurrent ear infections or ear irritation. And it certainly sounds like, you've had some of this conversation with your regular veterinarian or your previous veterinarian in the past. Surprisingly, a lot of the time, ear infections can be related to inflammation and irritation due to allergy. And often food can be one of the primary instigators in that. So the challenge is if they're really red and they're really itchy, the skin of the ears is uniquely susceptible to being inflamed due to an allergy. And then the normal yeast and bacteria that inhabit pets and our skin take advantage of that sort of open, inflamed skin to be able to get deeper into those tissues and cause infection. Very commonly, yeast and overgrowth types of infections, as you're describing, can be sort of a consequence of the allergy. So the yeast infection isn't the primary cause, it's secondary, but they're very opportunistic, as we like to say.
Okay, so should I be worried about his diet and what he's eating, or is there something in the environment that I can change? Like, how do I find out what he's allergic to?
Well, a great question. What a lot of studies have shown, and a lot of our understanding of allergies, is that when the face and the feet are affected, we often do find there's an association between the diet that the pet is eating and that irritation. So, looking at diet and choosing, looking into pursuing something called a true sort of hypoallergenic diet trial can be really beneficial. So, and when you're looking at those types of diets and trying to make that choice, it's the pet food world is enormous, and there's lots of different opinions on it. What veterinary dermatologists have really found that is it's most commonly the protein source within the dog food that can be the irritant or the cause of the allergy. And so what a lot of dermatologists and veterinarians will recommend is that you consider doing a diet trial, an elimination trial, where you feed exclusively a true hypoallergenic type of diet. And that can look like either using a hydrolyzed protein source diet, where the protein within the diet is ran through a special process to break the protein molecules into small pieces so they can't stimulate an allergy cell, or looking to a really exotic protein source that the pet may never have had before. But nowadays that becomes increasingly more difficult because our pets have all of this access to these gourmet types of foods. And a lot of commercially available pet foods can have an incredible number of exotic proteins incidentally mixed into them. So I think truly hypoallergenic or hydrolyzed protein diets are usually a better choice for a really strict diet trial.
So what can we do about his ear infection now, like, or his allergy or whatever it is that's making his ears smell?
Sometimes we have to look at reducing or trying to eliminate the irritating allergen, so the diet. But in the meantime, also using something to help control the irritation and or any secondary infection that might be present. So medications for ear preparations often can contain a little bit of a steroid ointment. And if indicated, if there's truly infection and yeast overgrowth or bacterial infection, then agents that contain antibiotics or antifungal products can be used to treat those secondary infections. But for your guy's case, I think using something, if he's Mostly just redness and irritation and a little bit of dry and flakies. Using something that just helps to alter the environment of the ear to prevent yeast from sort of getting a foothold and reducing that inflammation. I think that probably could be, really beneficial for him.
Okay, and then you were talking about foods. Would you mind would you mind I don't know which foods are out there that are like that, so if you could provide some examples, that would be great.
Right. So when it comes to true hypoallergenic or hydrolyzed protein diets, those are something that you're only going to be able to find available through your veterinary clinic because they are truly considered a prescription. And there are, several different manufacturers that produce hydrolyzed protein diets, including Purina, Royal Canin, Hills. Several of the large manufacturers, they do a lot of research into these diets and have produced some really great products available for these types of diet trials.
Huh. I find that really interesting because you wouldn't consider those like a higher, maybe a lot of pet parents think that a higher end pet food, you're going to get hypoallergenic or hypoallergenic properties, but it's like the more common, like the Royal Canin and the Purina, that actually have those foods.
Yeah, and a lot of those companies actually produce different lines of pet food. So Royal Canin, Hills, and Purina, they produce several different lines of pet food, and some of those pet foods. Pardon me. Sorry.
That's okay.
Some of those pet foods are available, in grocery stores. Some of them are available in pet food stores, but all of those companies also produce diets that are exclusively available through your veterinarian. And so those types of products, those true prescription diets, are not available in other channels other than through your veterinarian.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate all your help. And hopefully I'll be able to get Oscar's ear problems under control.
I hope this is really helpful.
It is. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye now.
Bye.